Hi guys, it's me. How are you? I hope you all are doing great. If you're coming back to see me, thank you. And if you're new, welcome to the fam. Everything you need to know will be in the description box below. For my services and prices, you can find me at Facebook at awakeningwithstacy.com under the service button. You can schedule to have all kinds of different things with me. So let's get in on what today is. And to be completely honest, I'm a little bit nervous. And by the time you're reading this title, you may understand why. So, I was silenced for a few days from spirit, as I said in my last video. And spirit, God, source, whatever those words mean to you, has been giving me downloads and asking me to do a reading on the impeachment, the government, and everything as a collective that's going on in the world. As I know and I can see what is to come and the truths behind it all, when you look at it collectively, we are divided. So, as I am not for one side or the other, I am for love and love only, and for what I know has to happen for that to happen as a light worker. So, why I was getting these downloads and God was telling me that this is what I needed to do, my one condition that I asked is that I was able to keep my opinions as much as possible, unless they are told to be said, out of this conversation in this reading. And I'm going to do this to the best of my ability. And I'm hoping that it all comes out correctly. And my goal is to make sure that it's unity, not separation. So as I get into bringing in Source and let Source talk through me through the cards, I want to ask you to please keep an open mind. Understand that I am not for any establishment whatsoever. I am for unconditional love and for the people as a whole, all of us as a human race. Okay, as I am a star seed, I also know that it's not just the human race that is going to be affected in all this. So let's go in and see what I have. Spirit, what do you want the collective to know through me about what is going on around the world with everything we are seeing, everything that's going on in the United States, other countries? What is it that you want me to say? What is it that you want me to bring to the attention? What is it that you need them to know? What is it that you need them to know? Source, God, Earth, Gaia. What is it that you want me to? There we go. Okay. First things first, the world as a whole is going through a healing process. To heal, you have to break down. Now, this has been going on for a long time. The world goes through shifts, it goes through rhymes, it has to change. We've seen it in the Ice Age, Dinosaur Age. However, scientifically, you want to break this down as the collective sees it. But it's a crisis. This is a cry for help. This is a division of people, of families, straight down the middle. No one is seeing it for what it is. not no one, but a lot of people are not seeing it for what it is. They believe that the president, no matter who that president is the end all be all, and he is just the face that we see. There are lots of people behind him telling him what to do. He's just the person that us as a collective human race can put a face to things. The crisis is coming, the crisis is here, the division is here. What are we going to do about that division? As a whole, if you know anything, or you're learning things, or you're waking up to the agenda of the government, whether you consider yourself left, right, whatever that is for you, they all work together to mind control and control the human race. And you can do, I don't want anyone coming at me. If you do your research and you get downloads and you see for yourself, okay? This is just things that I have seen and researched and learned for myself and been told by spirit. So the crisis is here. So what are we going to do over the next couple weeks while they break this down? Are you going to hate everyone who stands up for Trump? Are you going to hate everyone who doesn't stand up for Trump? Are you going to decide that you're on one end or the other? Which completely gives them what they want: division of the human race, the division of families, a way to control our minds even more. It's taking love out of everything. It's taking the right to have your own opinion. My opinion is love. There shouldn't be anything but love for everyone. And as more light workers wake up and as the light workers face the darkness, eventually that's what will happen. So this also has to happen too. The crisis in the human race of the collective, for things to fall. And how you handle that, and how you speak on that, and how you see that, no matter what side you're on, does nothing but explain if you truly are unconditional love. Because if you are doing it out of love for this earth, for source, for a higher power, it will be for love. Not because someone hurt your feelings, not because you feel like this movement is right and this movement is not, or it's a race thing. We are a human race. Nothing else matters. So let's get in even further. Spirit, what do you want? What do you want the collective to know? What do you want me to tell the collective right now about what is going on within the collective, within the world, within all of this destruction? What do you want? People are going to have to go in. They're going to have, Spirit is saying that if you have to be the hermit, right now people are just making fast decisions and jumping on the bandwagon of others, or not understanding what it all truly means, looking at the big picture of the fact that we as a human race have no, as the collective, as the 3D matrix, have no control over anything. We are doing exactly what they want us to do when we divide. When we divide each other, when we hate each other, when we hurt each other, when we put each other down, when families are destroyed over politics that aren't meant for our good, no matter what side that is. Think about that. Go inside. Talk to Source. Talk to your higher power. Feel the love, and you will know the answers, and it won't be a right or a left. Death. Death is coming. Death of the old, birth of the new. Death of the old way things were done. Death of the 3D matrix. Death of mind control. You don't understand unless you look back. Back when I was growing up, I never got into the news or politics or any of that because I always knew that it wasn't real and it was depressing and it just wasn't my thing. But if you go back 20 years ago, the only way people knew anything was by the news, correct? Yes. You don't know what's really going on in another country. You know what they tell you is going on. You don't really know anything for a fact. You know what you're being told. You know what you were told in history books. I mean, half the collective still believe that Pearl Harbor was not from our own government. Rather, we'll just leave that out there. Death to the world. The world as a whole has to be put back together for love. Regardless if you think of it as the tribulation, regardless if you think of it on a spiritual level, however, your higher power, your higher self has tried to explain this to you. Most people know, or what they think, is that the world will go through tribulation, the world will be gone. We are bringing heaven to earth, which means if you are not able to raise your energy into the 5D, you will not be able to live in the environment of the 5D energy, which is why most people feel like they're going crazy right now, because the energy shifts are coming forth. The energies that are coming in, people aren't able to understand them. They are feeling like they're going crazy. They are losing people. People are passing on by numbers and numbers and numbers and numbers. And the more they divide, the more that they take love away, as the human race allows them to divide them and make them pick sides and make them pick against their families and make them pick and get their feelings hurt over all this stuff that doesn't even matter. Whenever does any establishment really do anything for you on a daily basis? It comes across as it will happen, and it does not. It starts out to be good, then it is not. It does not matter who the dictators are, who the people in charge are, because they are all going to face their own karma. If you have not done right by your brothers and sisters in the human race, you will be brought down to justice. That's what the ascension is. That's what's going to happen. Spirit, what do you want? Collective, what do you want me to say to the collective? At this point, what is going to happen? What would you like me to say? Yes, say, Spirit. You want the collective to know about what is going on. When it comes down to it, are you going to be the one have your own certainty. Don't listen to what other people say. Don't think that you see something on the surface level and that's the truth. Do you know how many, I mean, there are so many things that I could say that could help wake you up. The SSP, the secret space station, everything that has been false, guys, and we will get into that as we go further into this. You have to have certainty. What are you thinking? What are you thinking when you're taking your energy to argue with someone about their opinion? What are you doing? Are you using your own mind, or have you been programmed to believe what you believe? Because you think they're working for your better good? The only person that is working for the betterment of yourself can be yourself. Go within with certainty. Find the truth for yourself. Look around you. Get out of the matrix. See what your eyes have been programmed not to see. Don't breed any more hate with hate. Bring in love for the human race. Do you need to be controlled by a government? Does anyone? Was that what we were brought here for? I don't think so. We were not brought here to be born, go to school for 12 years, and half the things that you're told is a lie, get a job, get married, have kids, live as long as you're going to live and die. Do you really think that a higher source that was all you came in here to do? That's what we were programmed to think we were supposed to do. The world's been around for eons without government. Before the mind control, before everyone wanted power over another person, over a situation. Think on these things. Think. You get programmed every time you sit down on social media. You see it over and over. It plays and plays and plays and plays. You watch it on TV, television, programming. You are being programmed and you don't even know it. Chemtrails, the things that come down. These are not theories anymore. Look into it. See why so many people are having problems with their memories right now. Spirit, what do you want the collective to know about what is going on in the developmental system? Maybe people need to know. Maybe people need to know. What do you want the collective to know? See the sun through the sky, through all the darkness, through all the hate, through all of the fighting and the bickering back and forth and who's right and who's wrong and this mission and that mission, and see the sun. See the love within yourself. See the fact that we are a human race, that together we are stronger than we are apart. Division will not work. If we let them divide us, they win. If we let them take this so far that we have martial law, if we let them take this so far that we have a civil war, if we do not learn to stand up and stand out of the matrix, no one will win. This is about love. This is a war on love. This is a war on light and dark. Which role are you playing in that? That is not a left or right role. That is not a Democrat or Republican or liberal. Those are just the program. That's it. Get out of being programmed. Look around. For the first time, take the mask off of the Matrix. Go watch that movie again. Watch what the shows they tell us, because they have to tell us the truth. They just don't have to tell you that they're doing so. So they do it in movies. They do it in music. They tell you what's going on. Are you listening? Or are you being programmed? See through the storm. There's two masks. There's two sides. Here's how I'm seeing it. There's a mask and there's two sides. Left, right, not meaning politicians, but two sides. In the middle is the truth of it all. If you take the truth in everything that you hear, because there's a truth in everything that you hear, there is a lie in everything that you hear. You have to find the truth for yourself. That's why you go in. That's why you meditate. That's why you talk to God. That's why you talk to your higher power, to see past the matrix of the mind control. Go through the middle. Do it with love and compassion, not hate and division. Not hate and division, guys. Love. You don't have to be one side or the other. You can be simply you. And love yourself. And love your neighbors. And if your opinions are different than someone else's, then don't talk about it. The truth will be revealed to both sides when it's time. When you get out of the matrix, when you wake up through the mind control, you will see the truth in all things. My loves, you will. But you have to take the mask off. You have to see past the illusions of all this. Because when they tell you to look right, you better look left. When they tell you to look left, you better look right. When they tell you to look straight, you better turn right around and see what you're not seeing. Because when something's going down, something else is going down somewhere else. There's portals opening. There's energies coming in. They do not want you to see. They do not want you to understand who you are. Because who we are as a human race is powerful. There's billions of us. But we can't change anything except for ourselves first. And we can only do it with love. And we can only do it by taking the mask off of the complete establishment that has mind controlled and controlled us for hundreds of years now. And both sides are scared of losing that power. Both sides are scared of the truth coming out. Don't blame the person they put on the front page. There are so many people behind the person they put on the front page that you have no clue about. None. A puppet always has masters behind them. And that puppet isn't working with love. It's working for control on all sides. It's working for division. You have to stand up and take the mask off and work for yourself. Love yourself. Love your neighbors. Love your family. Find the truth. Look past all of the drama of the matrix, the pain, the things that are not true. That if you would open up your third eye, you would see past the illusions. If you dug a little deeper, you would know the truth. I know half of everyone I know is wondering what in the hell is really going on. And I talk and I help them understand it from my perspective and what I have been shown, which is not right or left or up or down. It is the truth as I've been told by Spirit, by God, by the way that I've seen the whole thing break down like dominoes from many, many lives and many things that I know that's going to go on in the future. So if you think right now is it's a big moment, it is, because it's meant to divide. And people will pass on. People will not get to 5D if they don't wake up. But at the end of it, it will still be love. And until we get there, until we understand that we are a human race, that we have to work together to not be controlled, that we have to work together to wake each other up out of amnesia and for love. Ooh. My body's burning up hot from the Spirit coming through right now. I am really praying that everyone understands that I am doing this for love. I'm not doing this for a side. I'm not doing this for any other reason except for I was told to. I was asked to. The collective as a whole, the world, no matter where you're at, what you see, who you are, the color of your skin, any of that needs to understand that your compass, your inner compass, will tell you the truth when something is right or wrong. Get out of your opinions. Get out of being triggered and follow your heart, which is only going to send you to love, not right or left, not right or wrong. We are meant to be here to love. And I could get into all the reasons why. You know, we could go into aliens, to how we've been mind controlled, all that. I know all this information, and when I'm told to send it out, we will. But right now, what the world needs to know is that we are meant to love each other, not divide from each other, not hurt each other over something that isn't even in our best interest, period. Wake up. Guys, wake up. It's time to take the blinders off. It's time to see. And I know that when you realize that your reality that you think you lived in, that you think your opinions matter, that you think that standing up for something so much matters, and at the end of the day, there are puppet masters pulling those strings. And that may sting to realize that the reality you've lived in your whole life, no matter how old you are, is false. It's false. There are nanobots controlling our body. There are so many things that are no longer theories, but the truth, and no one wants to look at them for what they are. Spirit, what else would you like me to let the collective know right now? that within love, within no longer being mind controlled and seeing the truth in yourself and then seeing the truth in others, which has nothing to do with what people are assuming it has to do with. There is infinite abundance coming. There's infinite abundance coming when you take off the mask, when you lead with your heart, when you love your neighbor, when you raise your consciousness and stop watching TV and stop watching and being programmed to hate. There's infinite abundance behind that. And you're under supreme protection. God says you're under supreme protection. These are the times. The trumpets, 12 of them. It's all divinely guided and has been done for a reason. The dark got to reign for so long, which isn't a party. Think of it. The 12th trumpet has been blown. What does that mean to you? Everything that is happening is meant to happen. It all has been divinely ordered and guided. You picking a side does not matter. You hating your friend because they have a different opinion does not matter. You are dividing yourself. You are dividing the country. You are dividing the world when you do not stand up for love and only love. When you let the programming still sit in your eyes. Ooh. God is coming through. What else would you like me to tell them, Spirit? Okay. Change your perception. Stop with the communication. Stop seeing the fragmented parts of each story. The parts that only they want you to see. They, the puppet masters. Who else? The ones you never see. Change your perception just a little bit. Realize lies and truths and everything. What resonates, what goes to your soul as right, not because you're offended, not because your feelings got hurt, not to pick a side of a party, but your perception on all of this as a whole, on what is going on and how it has to come down to be rebuilt up. Does it matter who the face is? It does not. Each person has a role to play. What will your role be? Will you continue to divide and conquer? Or will you be part of the solution of love and changing the world? Only you, my loves, have the choice to do such things. Use your communication. Use your knowledge for love, not for hate. You don't have to pick a side. I know that they have controlled us to think we have to pick a side, but we do not. We can sit in love and watch how it brings its own self down, and how love, the light workers, the star seeds, the empaths, help change this world. And if you have not realized who you are yet, start there. Because yes, there are dark beings. Yes, there are so many other things of walk-ins and things like that that we'll get into later, handlers and things, those things are real. But there are real souls, there are real people, there are real light workers, there are real empaths here to change the world. And we don't care about anything but unconditional love and helping people and healing people's souls. So you have a decision to make this week as all this trial's going on. Sit for yourself. Love yourself. Realize that you are only seeing what they allow you to see. Realize that you are the puppet on the string. Get out of the matrix. See the truth. That they don't really care about us. It's an agenda. Behind closed doors, they sip tea and party with each other while they're laughing at the division of us. Put it all together. Don't just take one piece of the puzzle and think you know what it is. Put it all together. Find the truths and the lies and put it together for yourself. And then and only then will you know what to do. Sit in love. Sit in peace. And sometimes if you're just waking up out of the matrix or you're still in the matrix, that takes a lot of healing. But there are people who are awakened, who know the truth, that can help you. All you have to do is ask. All you have to do is ask. You want to know more about things that I know? Set up an appointment, talk to me. It's an energy exchange. You don't have money, we'll talk about it. Donations are great. I want to make money too, to send my kids and make sure that they're safe, but I don't care about that as much as I care about your soul and creating love in this world and healing for others. I want to get a final message from the angels. Angels, what do you want the collective to know about what is going on in the world right now and what it is they have not seen and what it is they need to know? What do you want the collective to know, angels? Angels, Spirit, God, what do you want the collective to know? Leadership, divine order. It's going to happen the way it's going to happen. It's divinely ordered. It has been played out already. We are playing the game. They already know who wins. It's divinely guided to bring things down so that love will rule. And it will. So stop fighting with your friends. Stop fighting on Facebook. Stop fighting on Instagram. Stop fighting on social medias. Stop separating families. That's what they want. They, the puppet masters, the handlers. If you don't understand what that really is, research it or reach out. I'll talk to you. I really hope that you understand that my words are not from a side. My words are from source. My words are from love. And sometimes my words may come off as tough love because that's who I am. But please understand, don't put me in a box. Don't say that I'm for this or that or the other because you have no idea. I am for the love of this planet. I am for the love of this galaxy. I am not in a box in the matrix. I I have the rite of passage to do what I do. And I would like to be able to help you find out what it is you need to do. And as more waves wake up, as more people work in love, as more people take off the matrix goggles, as more people stop being played by a puppet master, the world will finally see what real love is. Start with yourself. When you start pointing your finger at someone else, you got 4 more looking back at you. Look in the mirror. Why are you fighting for this or that or the other, for this cause, that cause? Do you even know why? Is it a trigger? Is it because you're standing up for another person? Is it because you had something bad happen to you? What are the reasons? Other than what you've been programmed to believe. Think about these things, my loves. And until next time, love each other. Love yourself.